Good evening, students. A number of chemical reactions takes place around us every day. For example, cooking of food, burning of candle, burning of coal, and many other. If we take an example of burning of coal, what happens when coal burns in with oxygen, which is present in the air? When coal combines with oxygen, which is present in the air, it reacts to form a gas, carbon dioxide gas. We can represent it on paper as coal or carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. This is the word equation. In chemistry, it is represented as the symbol for carbon or coal is capital C plus oxygen. It is represented as O2. One molecule of oxygen is written as O2. That is, it contains two atoms of oxygen. It gives carbon dioxide, which is represented as CO2. This is called a chemical equation. This is a chemical equation. So, a chemical equation, it is a shorthand notation of describing an actual chemical reaction in terms of the symbols and formulae along with the number of atoms and molecules of the reactants and products. Is called a chemical equation. Now here in this equation, carbon and oxygen are called reactants and carbon dioxide is called the product. While writing a chemical equation, the symbols of the substances, the symbols or the formulae of the substances which undergo the change, they are called the reactants, and reactants are always shown on the left hand side of the arrowhead. And the symbols and formulae of the substances which are produced, that is, they are called products. They are always shown on the right hand side of the arrowhead. जो substance involve हो रहे हैं उस chemical change में, उनको कहा जाता है reactants, and they are always written on the left hand side of the arrowhead. This means here carbon and oxygen are the reactants, while the substances which are produced, they are called the products, and they are always written on the left hand side of the arrowhead. Similarly, if we take another example, when sodium chloride reacts with silver nitrate, sodium chloride, it is represented as NaCl. When it reacts with silver nitrate, it is AgNO3. They react to form AgCl, silver chloride, plus NaNO3, sodium nitrate. Here NaCl and AgNO3, they are the reactants, and AgCl and NaNO3, they are the products. Each substance, each reactant and product are separated from the other by a plus sign between them. इनके बीच में हमेशा प्लस साइन डाला जाता है हर रिएक्टेंट और हर प्रोडक्ट के बीच में, अगर दो या दो से ज्यादा है तो। कुछ केमिकल इक्वेशंस ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें दो रिएक्टेंट एक प्रोडक्ट होता है, कुछ ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें एक रिएक्टेंट दो या दो से ज्यादा प्रोडक्ट होते हैं, कुछ रिएक्शंस ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें दो रिएक्टेंट तीन या तीन से ज्यादा प्रोडक्ट्स भी हो सकते हैं. लेट्स सी. A chemical equation may involve one reactant and two products. One reactant and two products. As for example, copper carbonate, when it is heated, we represent it as heat. It is written on the top of the arrow. we write heat, or it is also represented by a sign delta. If we write delta here also, then it means copper carbonate is heated. It is heated to produce copper oxide and carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Copper carbonate, when it is heated, it gives copper oxide and carbon dioxide gas is also evolved. Next, zinc carbonate, when it is heated, it gives zinc oxide plus CO2. In these reactions, here involves one reactant and two products. Next, we have one reactant and three products also. For example, lead nitrate, PbNO3 whole 2. When it is heated, it gives PbO plus NO2 plus O2. Lead oxide, lead monoxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Now it is balanced. Similarly, zinc nitrate, when it is heated, it gives zinc oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen gas. Next, we may have two reactants and one product. Two reactants and one product. As for example, when hydrogen combines with oxygen, it forms water. Similarly, sulfur dioxide, when reacts with oxygen, it gives sulfur trioxide. Next, we may have two reactants and two products also. Two reactants and two products. For example, HCl plus NaOH. It gives NaCl plus H2O. Zinc plus H2SO4. It gives ZnSO4 plus H2. Next, we may have two reactants and three products. Two reactants and three products. For example, Na2CO3 plus H2SO4. It gives Na2SO4 plus H2O plus CO2. So, in any chemical reaction, there may be any number of product reactants which react to form any number of products. That is, the number of reactants and products is not fixed. कुछ भी हो सकते हैं किसी भी chemical equation में. Next, what is skeleton equation and what is a balanced equation? Skeleton equation, a equation in which the number of atoms of each element on both the sides of the arrow may or may not be same. जब हर number of atoms हर एक element के दोनों साइड में, that is reactants और products में equal हो भी सकते हैं या नहीं भी हो सकते हैं, then that equation is called skeleton equation. That means कि उन्हें balanced नहीं किया गया है. उस equation को कहा जाता है skeleton equation or it is unbalanced equation. Let us take a very simple example. Hydrogen combines with oxygen, it forms H2O. It forms water. Let's see here in the reactant, the number of hydrogen atoms are 2 and the number of oxygen atoms are also 2 in the reactant side. In the product side, The number of hydrogen atoms is 2, but the number of oxygen atom is only 1. That means this equation is unbalanced. It is a skeleton equation, जहाँ number of atoms हर एक element के equal नहीं है अभी इस equation में, तो इन्हें unbalanced equation कहा जाएगा. But how can we balance this equation? तो इसे बैलेंस करने के लिए we have to equalize the number of atoms of each element on both the sides, that is reactants and products. The number of atoms of each element must be the same on both the sides of the chemical equation to make the balance, to make the equation balanced. But how can we balance the equation? So here hydrogen atoms are already balanced on both sides of the equation, but oxygen atom is unbalanced. To make the oxygen atom equal on both the sides, we must write 2 here before H2O. Before H2O we write 2. यहाँ 2 थे ऑक्सीजन एटम, अब हमने यहाँ जब 2 लगा दिया तो ऑक्सीजन एटम हमारे कितने हो गए? 2. ऑक्सीजन एटम हो गए 2. बट हाइड्रोजन एटम इज ऑल्सो चेंज्ड नाउ. द हाइड्रोजन एटम ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड बिकम्स 4. ऑक्सीजन तो अब 2 हो गया, बट हाइड्रोजन कितना हो गया? 4. So we must balance hydrogen also on the left hand side of the equation. And how to make hydrogen atom 4? Before H2 we write here 2. So hydrogen atoms also becomes 4 here. यहाँ भी hydrogen कितने हो गए? 4. And oxygen is already 2. So on both the sides of the equation, now the equation is balanced. On both the sides of the equation, the number of atoms of each element now becomes equal. So this equation is balanced now. It is called a balanced chemical equation. And every equation must be balanced. हर एक equation balanced होनी चाहिए, because law of conservation of matter states that matter can never be created nor be destroyed. It only changes its form. ना तो मैटर मास क्रिएट किया जा सकता है, ना डिस्ट्रॉय हो सकता है केमिकल रिएक्शन में. वो हमेशा सेम होते हैं ऑन द रिएक्टेंट एंड द प्रोडक्ट साइड. दिस इज हाउ वी मेक अ केमिकल इक्वेशन बैलेंस्ड. लेट अस टेक अनदर एग्जांपल. When nitrogen and hydrogen combine, it forms ammonia, NH3. Number of nitrogen atom on left hand side is 2 and number of hydrogen atom is also 2. On right hand side, the number of nitrogen atom is 1 and hydrogen atom is 3. So first of all we balance the nitrogen atoms. To balance nitrogen, we must write 2 before NH3. NH3 से पहले हम क्या लिखेंगे? 2. So the nitrogen atom also becomes 2 here. Reactant में भी 2 हो गए और product में भी अब 2 हो गए. But अब product side में hydrogen atoms becomes 6. 3 2s are 6. And in the reactant side, hydrogen atom is 2. So to make hydrogen atom 6 on the reactant side, we must write 3 before H2, before hydrogen. Now the hydrogen atom also becomes 6 on the reactant side and nitrogen is already 2 in the reactant side. Now the equation is balanced because nitrogen here also 2 and on the product side it is also 2, and in the reactant side number of hydrogen atom is 6, and on the reactants and on the product side also number of hydrogen atom is 6. So the equation is balanced now. अब ये equation balance हो गई. But remember one thing, जब भी हम कोई नंबर ऐड करते हैं यहाँ, तो वो हमेशा ऐड होता है उस मॉलिक्यूल से पहले. बिफोर द मॉलिक्यूल हमेशा नंबर को ऐड किया जाता है. कभी भी हम सबस्क्रिप्ट में नंबर को चेंज नहीं कर सकते. अगर मैंने हाइड्रोजन को 6 बनाना था तो मैंने 2 की जगह यहाँ 6 नहीं किया और ना ही किया जा सकता है. मैंने इसके आगे 3 लगाया, सो 2 3s becomes 6. हम यहाँ इसे चेंज नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज द नंबर ऑफ atoms in one molecule of hydrogen is always 2. It cannot be changed. It cannot be increased or decreased. उसे न बढ़ाया न घटाया जा सकता है. Number of atoms in each molecule is always fixed. हमेशा fixed रहेगा. वो कभी भी change नहीं हो सकता. Nitrogen atom, the number of nitrogen atom in one molecule of nitrogen is always 2. It cannot be increased or decreased. So if we have to make it balanced, we cannot change the subscript, but we have to write that number before the molecule to make it balanced. Here also the number of nitrogen atom in ammonia molecule, in one molecule of ammonia is always 1, and number of hydrogen atom in one molecule of ammonia is always 3. हमेशा जब भी इक्वेशन को बैलेंस करनी हो तो सबस्क्रिप्ट को कभी भी नहीं चेंज करते. इट इज ऑलवेज फिक्स्ड. वी हैव टू राइट दैट नंबर बिफोर द मॉलिक्यूल टू मेक द इक्वेशन बैलेंस्ड. टेक अनदर एग्जांपल. इफ वी हैव टू बैलेंस द इक्वेशन Fe plus H2O, it gives Fe2O3 plus hydrogen. How to make it balance? See, here the number of elements are iron, hydrogen and oxygen. The number of iron atom on the reactant side is 1, hydrogen atom is 2 and oxygen atom is also 1. On the product side, number of iron atom is 2, number of hydrogen atom is 2 and number of oxygen atom is 3. So first of all we have to balance iron atom. To make the number of atoms balanced in iron, here the number of atom is 2 and here it is 1. To make iron balanced on both the sides, we have to write 2 before Fe. Now the number of atoms in iron becomes 2, hydrogen becomes 2 and oxygen is 1. Here the number of iron is 2, hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 3. Hydrogen is also balanced now. Now we have to balance oxygen atoms. Here the number of oxygen is 3 on the product side and the number of oxygen is 1 on the reactant side. To make it balance, we have to write 3 before H2O. Now the number of oxygen atoms becomes 3. The number of oxygen atoms becomes 3, but the number of hydrogen atoms now becomes 6. And the number of iron atoms is 2. Similarly, on the product side, the number of iron atom is 2, hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 3. The number of hydrogen atoms are now unbalanced. To make hydrogen balanced, here it is 6 and here it is 2. To make it 6, to make the hydrogen atoms equal to 6, we have to write 3 before hydrogen. Now the hydrogen atoms becomes 6 and oxygen is already 3. Now you can see iron in the number of in the reactant side it is 2 and in the product side it is also 2. The number of hydrogen in the reactant side is 6 and in the product side is also 6. The number of oxygen in the reactant side is 3 and in the product side it is also 3. Now this equation is balanced. Take another example. If we have to balance NaOH plus H2SO4, it gives Na2SO4 plus H2. The number of sodium atom is 1 here. Oxygen atom 1 plus 4, 5. Hydrogen atom 1 plus 2, 3 and sulfur atom is 1. On the product side, sodium atom is 2, oxygen atom 4 plus 1, 5, hydrogen atom 2 and sulfur atom 1. First of all, we have to make sodium balance. So we write before NaOH 2. Now the sodium becomes 2, but oxygen now becomes 2 plus 4, that is 6. Here now hydrogen 2 plus 2, it becomes 4 and sulfur is 1. Now we have to balance oxygen on the reactant side. Here the number of oxygen atom is 6, but on the product side it is 5. To make it 6, we must write before H2O the number 2. Now the oxygen atom also becomes 4 plus 2, 6. Sodium is already 2, oxygen becomes 6, hydrogen now becomes 2 to the 4 and sulfur is already 1. Now we see sodium atoms on both sides are same 2, oxygen atom on both sides are same 6, hydrogen also 4 on both sides and sulfur is also 1 on both the sides. Now the equation is balanced, and these equations are called balanced equations, and every equation must be balanced to follow the law of conservation of mass or matter. And this type of balancing method, in which different numbers are tried to make the number of atoms of each element on both the sides equal, it is called hit and trial method of balancing. Thank you.